Hi, welcome back. I'm so glad that you're watching. Today I wanted to do something a little bit different and just tell you some stuff about me. If you're going to be tuning in on a regular basis, you might want to know, who is that girl? Well, here we go. Number one, my name is Mary Patricia Stahl, and my first and last name, no, not my last, my first and middle name came after my two grandmothers. But what's interesting about that is number two, I have an identical twin sister. Yes, that's true. Identical twins. We look a little bit different, but when we talk, we sound exactly alike. So if you're not watching this video, you're probably wondering, I wonder if that's her. This is me. I am Mary. Her name is Helen, and she is also named after my other grandmother. And number three, my husband and I are pastors of a church in Florida. The church we pastor is called the Palms Church. It's a church plant, and the church is 7 years old, and I love it. I love my church. I have an awesome teenage son. His name is Benjamin. He likes to be called Benjamin, and he also he's turning 18. And when he turns 18, he has told me that we are changing his name to Ben Affleck because he thinks that he is Batman. Now, what's great about my son is that my son has Down syndrome. And so I get to live with a teenage boy who is really like all the other teenage kids with all the teenage boy hormones, but like in a minute, boom, he's Batman. And he wants mommy to tuck him in at night and sing him songs and read the Bible. So I have the best world with Benjamin. In fact, he's made a few YouTube movies, workout movies, because and I'm going to link his video somewhere so you can go and see Ben exercising and working out for 3 minutes and give him a thumbs up. Also, I have been married and divorced, and I'm now remarried to the husband. He encourages me, he lifts me up. He has 4 children, and they're adult children, and they are way cool, and we have 7 grandchildren together, so they're amazing. I wrote and published a book last year. It's called Conversations on Purpose, and in fact you can buy it on the Amazon.com, and it's a question book that you can take out on date nights and with your family to get to know each other. I will link that somewhere on this video because you may want to buy it. I am also a reader. I love to read books on leadership and personal growth. I love to read some novels also. But the book I'm currently reading now is called Pep Talk by Terry Saville Foy. And she has been very instrumental in my life. Easy read, motivating book. You might want to look at that. I do have a website called marystahl.tv, and on that website I have some great books that I've read over my lifetime that have really helped shape who I am today. So if you're looking for some good books to read, you might want to check out marystahl.tv and get a list of those books. When I'm not working at church with my husband and our great staff, I'm speaking at small groups, or I'm speaking to larger groups in the area of vision boarding, and I also host and lead vision boarding workshops. My website has some of those online, but I started those a couple years ago, and I host them in the spring and the fall of every year. They're very encouraging. We just finished a group of the workshop, and the results have been amazing. I have 2 dogs, Buddy and Max, and they're both white. They're both small. They have curly hair, and we love them. Max is an old dog, and he doesn't have any teeth, but he's still ticking. 2 dogs, love dogs. I love pizza. You know, love pizza. Love salad. Love garlic bread. Love it all. Love pizza. Also, guilty weakness. I love chocolate chip cookies dipped in cold milk. Any dippers out there, leave me a comment below if you dip your cookies. I love Oreos. Now here's the thing though. Some people love them. I love them. Like if I have a bag of Oreos, that's what's breakfast, lunch, and dinner until it's all gone. And at 50 calories an Oreo, just do the math. But with Toll House cookies, it's like the whole sleeve of cookie dough. I like make the cookies and then eat them. My husband bought me cookies to don't buy the cookie dough. He bought the cookie dough and he's like, where are the cookies? I'm like, I told you, don't buy the cookies. Yeah, not good. If you've ever taken a DISC personality test, I'm a high D, that would translate to choleric personality, and I'm a high I, which translates to people. But in leadership, my choleric personality, my do this, do that, do this, kind of rises to the top. So if you really don't know me well, you would think I am bossy. And I'm working on saying, will you please and thank you. But with the chloricness, you know, if you're like me, you just get her done. That's who I am. My favorite place to go is the beach. I like to go with my family. We build sandcastles. We listen to the waves. I love the beach. Number 8, if you're counting. If I could reinvent myself, I would be a rock star diva. You know, the kind that break dance and do like rap. That's who I'd be. Yeah, at the Super Bowl. Okay, in my mind, I can dance, but really, not really. I can't dance. I confuse my lefts from my rights. My lefts for my rights. Confuse it, always confuse it, try to remember it. Left is the L, right is nothing, doesn't work. I have a good dry sense of humor. We laugh every day in my house, that's important. I read books on leadership. You saw the one I'm reading called Pep Talk. And I'm just starting my YouTube channel. This is like my 3rd video. If you've watched all 3, woo woo! I have 5 subscribers. Thank you, family and friends. And that one stranger, thank you so much. So hey, if you want to subscribe and come with our journey on this, please do. I am a certified teacher. I taught junior high and high school for 18 years. I ended my career to join my husband in ministry, but I taught 8th grade English and love those kids. My mom was also a teacher, so was my aunt. She now lives in retirement age, and unfortunately she suffers with dementia. And if you have a family member with dementia, you can hit me below because we're going to have a lot in common. We help care for her on a regular basis with her full-time caretakers. But I love my mom. She comes to church every week, and it's awesome. My dad is my hero. He taught me about life more than anybody else. He taught me, go for your dreams, be the best of the best, and ask for what you want because all they can tell you is no. About 11 years ago, we had a tragedy in our family where my dad took his own life. He died and we were shocked, and that's another podcast. If you've ever been a family member of someone who has taken their own life, it is a life that you would never wish on anybody. And still love my dad. Love him, love him. I had braces in 6th grade. Anybody else? But this was back in the day that you had a headgear like a metal thing that's strapped in your head and went over your head. I had to wear it all the time. Lots of counseling and therapy in 6th and 7th grade. But you know what? Wear your retainer. It makes all the difference. Number 19. My front 2 teeth, like right there, they're not real. They're implants. When I was a young kid, I had the injury, and after 20 years, I had to finally just get those implants put up in your gum like zzz. Well, that's a lot of money. A lot of money. Now, I wanted to save some money. So, I elected not to have anesthesia. Yeah, not a good idea. Get the shots and get the gas, because having your teeth drilled and hammered and shoved in your mouth with no anesthesia, with hamburgers and doctors and all that stuff, not a good idea. Number 20. I am a born-again Christian. I had a relationship with this world that was phenomenal when I was a young kid, but still inside I was empty and lonely. And one day I heard about the love of Jesus, and I decided that I was really going to put my faith and trust in the cross. And I became a Christian in high school, and I can say through all of my journeys of life, I'm alive today because of that. And lastly, guys, if you want to carry this journey with me, subscribe. Let's walk together and see how this thing works. I'll see you next week. Bye.